Hi Year 4, hopefully you're looking at this video on Friday and you've spent the week having a go at factor pairs and multiples, and we can finally get to the end of the week where we can try and solve problems with our understanding just like we would do in school. So as usual, we're going to start with some times tables. I'm going to ask you to time 10 minutes on your clock, and within that time I want you to try to do the 6 times table, starting from 0 times 6, and a complete number sentence for each one of those. When you've done that, move on to your 7 times table, and if you still have time left, have a go at your 8 times table. So pause this video now, give yourself 10 minutes, off you go. Okay, well done. Hopefully you managed to get them all done in that 10 minutes. Hopefully you're getting better and better with these times table recalls. And to prove that you are doing a great job of that, can we count in a times table? So you don't need to write the number sentence now. You need to either say out loud or write down the answers to the 9 times table so that we're counting in 9s from 0. And you should know there is a pattern to your 9 times table that you can use to help you out with this. So I'll start you off and then I want you to take over. 0, 9, 18. Hopefully that's given you enough time, and you've got all the way up to 12 times 9, 108. Well done. You've got some missing numbers here, and if you are getting confident with your factors and your multiplications, you should be able to do these. 8 times something is 32. What is that something? 5 times something is 25. What could it be? And 7 times something is 42. What could that be? Write down your 3 answers. Pause the video while you do that. Okay, hopefully you've got enough time to do that. You should have had 8 times 4 is 32. 5 times 5 is 25. And 7 times 6 is 42. Now for some reason 6 7s are 42 sticks in my head better than 7 6s are 42. So I use that in my mental recall of that calculation. Hopefully you've got some methods and tricks that you use as well. The answers you've just done will help you solve this multiplication grid. As you can see in the top left hand corner is the times sign, the multiply sign. And then along the top row you've got 8, 5, 2 and a missing number. And then in the left hand column you've got missing number 7. And then you've got some answers in the middle, and the answers are the product you get if you multiply 2 factors. So if we look at 32, one of its factors above it is 8. To its left hand side in that missing space should be the other factor. 8 times what is 32? Now we just did that one together. Don't say I never help you out with anything. What should go in that missing box to the left of 32? To multiply by 8 to make 32. Hopefully that's given a clue how to fill the rest of this grid in. We could look at 25 next. If you go up the column from 25, we know that one of its factors is 5. So you have to go all the way to the left hand column to put the other factor. 5 times what is 25? See if you can fill all of that grid in. Sometimes you need to put the factor in, and sometimes you need to put the product in, the multiple of those 2 factors. Pause this video while you complete that in your books, please. Don't unpause until you've done it, but if you have done it, well done. You can check your answers with the calculator. You can check them with a multiplication square. You could even check them with a calculation, a column calculation. So let's see if we can solve a problem using our multiple knowledge. I've cropped a card here, so there's only one calculation to work on. It says there are 4 problems, but there's only one on the screen at the moment. But in this problem, each one of these symbols represents a digit. It could be a 0, a 1, a 2, a 3, all the way up to 9. And the answer is somewhere between 100 and 199. But what do the symbols represent? We've got pound sign, infinity sign, multiplied by pound sign, infinity, equals pound sign, infinity, infinity. So what on earth could they be? Now we could just randomly guess. We could say, oh, it might be that the pound sign is a 1 and the infinity is a 2. So that would be 12 times 12 equals 122. So that doesn't work. So we've done a trial and error and we found it doesn't work. I'm going to go quiet for a minute just to see if you can solve it without me. Pause the video if you want me to be quiet for a bit while you look at it. If you're not sure, let's think about how we can be a bit more systematic. So we know the answer is somewhere between 100 and 199. Could it be 199 the answer? A 1, a 9 and a 9? Well, that would mean we had 19 times 19 equals 199. I'm pretty sure that's not right, but you can check if you're not sure. So we're looking for a 3-digit answer that has the last 2 digits the same, and those 2 digits also appear in the number itself. I think I've just cracked it. What do you think? I'll give you a moment and then I'll give you the answer. Pause the video if you don't want me to spoil it. Well done if you cracked it. 10 times 10 is 100. So here are the rest of the problems on that card. We've already done the first one. We know that pound sign equals 1 and infinity sign equals 0. So we've got another 3 number sentences with these symbols in. And we've already given ourselves a few clues. So I would suggest that you write these down in your book, and every time you crack one of the codes, every time you work out what a symbol represents, put that into your problems. So infinity sign appears again at the bottom. Oh, and the pound sign does. Oh, that's very interesting. That might be a really good clue to start with. So I'm not going to give you the answers to these because I think the satisfaction will be in you cracking the code yourself. But this is the main part of your maths lesson. I've got a little finishing task on the next slide, but pause this video and have fun cracking that code. Okay, I really hope you did pause the video and really had a go at that, because it is so satisfying when you solve a problem like that. And if you did, you can congratulate yourself for working so hard on those multiples and those factor pairs and those times tables, because that is what has helped you out. So we always finish our session with reasoning or communicating our understanding. So to do that, I want you to make up your own symbols, different to the ones we just used, to represent the numbers 0 to 9, and then set up your own codes for a family member to crack. Now obviously you're going to know the answers, but what clues could you give them that won't give it away, but will help them find the answer? Like on the one we did together, we looked at the fact that there were 2 infinity signs, so it must be the same number repeated. And we thought, could it be 144? And eventually we worked out it was 100. What clues can you give without giving the game away? And can you then write column multiplications using your code symbols? Can you actually do a English Martyrs column multiplication problem, but using those symbols instead of the numbers? Why don't you? Well done. I hope you enjoyed that. It's always fun to solve problems. Okay, bye for now.